Hello, everyone, and welcome to this talk we're going to have. United Spirit Nordic is hosting talks here on live with some prominent tourism personalities in the Nordic market, and also some personalities who's got connection to the Nordic markets. And today's talk we have focused on Dubai and the UAE because it's opening up on the 7th of July. For tourists. And with me today, I'm going to have Jameela Ahli from Dubai Tourism. I have Elisabete Silva from Arabian Adventures. And then I also have Elina Boman from Flydubai. So everyone will talk about how things are going to opening up and how that impacts, tourists and how they will, measurements in place for having a safe holiday in Dubai. I myself have been in Dubai during the whole lockdown, and in the future we will also host some more talks. So we're going to talk about accommodation and hotels, how it is to check in, how measurements are in place there. We're also going to do something on restaurants and cafes and how it is to eat out and be outside in Dubai. And of course on what kind of measurements are placed for sightseeing points, for excursions as well. So just follow us on either our Facebook or on LinkedIn, where we will post dates and also links. And on that things, I think I'm going to invite everybody come in and say hello. Do we have cameras on for everyone? Hello. So here we got Elina sitting in her summer house in Finland.
Hi.
And then we got Jameela in Dubai. And we got Elisabete in Dubai as well. So we're all sitting here in nice hot weather. But I think I'm just going to leave the word over to Jameela Ahli from Dubai Tourism. So she can talk more about actually how Dubai has been doing during this time, and also which phases we are leading up to the opening of 7th July. Welcome.
Hello, everyone. Just want to thank you for your time to watch today's talk. Basically, I will be giving you a quick update on what Dubai has been doing during COVID up to the current phase that we are going through in Dubai. So basically, the recovery for Dubai was done in phases, where phase one was mainly on ensuring the safety of the residents and trying to combat the spread of COVID-19. So basically, as of 29th of May, the UAE had conducted over 2 million tests and is ranked in the top 10 globally for COVID-19 testing. Moving forward to the latest updates that we have, we see that UAE has moved to number 3 worldwide for COVID testing and has been ranked as number 11 amongst the safest countries worldwide across, from a list of 200 countries. In phase 2, Dubai Tourism was basically working with other entities within Dubai and the industry to ensure that we are ready to basically start opening again while maintaining the safety measures and the high hygiene procedures that we have within the country, so that we ensure the safety, that people are safe when they're ready to go back again into society, and also to start receiving visitors. So basically, during phase 2, what we have done was cooperated with several of the attractions, and now what we're seeing at Dubai is open at almost at 100% capacity. So we're seeing hotels and private beaches that have opened, public beaches, water sports, water parks have also opened, malls, entertainment, airport, restaurants and cafes. So almost everything is open in Dubai at 100% capacity. Of course, there are safety measures that has also been put in place by Dubai Tourism, Dubai Municipality, and other government entities to ensure the safety of the citizens and our visitors once we open our borders. So basically, restaurants have a 2-meter physical distance between tables, but also the government encourages physical distancing between people. Masks need to be worn in public. So when you go out in public, you have to wear your mask. However, when you go to restaurant, then things are normal, so you can enjoy your food and drinks, and basically wherever you go in Dubai. So for example, if you go to a restaurant or if you go to a mall or hotel, there will be temperature checks at each of those points to ensure the safety of the citizens and the visitors. So right now we are transitioning from phase 2 to phase 3, where we are ready to open our borders. We have ensured the safety of the residents of Dubai. We have ensured that all the precautionary measures are put in place across all industries, and that the public is aware of the safety measures that we need to adhere to in order to ensure our safety. So tourists and visitors are welcomed back to Dubai from 7th of July onwards, according to Dubai Airport's official flight schedules. And also and obviously this is subject to the other destinations airports being operational, and we need to ensure as well that other destinations, people need to look at their country's travel advice for international travel. So in terms of traveling to Dubai, these are some of the points that basically the tourists need to do before coming to Dubai. So the full entry visa requirements to visit the UAE. Tourists will have to have a medical travel insurance covering COVID-19 in order for them to visit Dubai. Tourists they would be able to either show their PCR test results that they can take in their country, which is valid for 96 hours upon their arrival to Dubai, or if they do not have the PCR test result, then they can carry out a test at Dubai airport for COVID-19. A declaration must also be signed to bear all costs of quarantine and treatments, and complete the health declaration form before departure, including ensuring that the passenger has no COVID-19 symptoms as well. Tourists are also required to register all their details in the COVID-19 DXB app upon arrival to Dubai. So on the Dubai tourism messaging campaign structure, it's also taking a phased approach, where in phase 1, during the outbreak of COVID, the main messaging was basically that this is Darna, meaning home in the Emirati language, and basically asking people to stay safe, take a step back, stay home, and Darna, which is Dubai, our home, will be here when you are ready again and when it's safe again for you to travel to Dubai. So this was the main messaging that went out live during the lockdown phase of Dubai, and also the majority of the world. So this was live mainly on our social channels. And in phase 2, where we are right now, where some countries might be on lockdown while we are moving ahead to opening our borders, basically we are showcasing that Dubai is ready for you, and we have been preparing for you during the time that we were on pause. So it would showcase a lot of the hygiene and safety measures that we have been putting in place, so that people are aware of the destination and what has been happening. And the ready when you are messaging is basically about them when you're ready, when you're locked down, or when you're able to travel, we are ready for you, and we are ready to welcome you to Dubai. And then our third phase is basically going back to our conversion element, where our campaign will revolve around that and invite people to visit Dubai, hopefully September onwards. So I'll be sharing with you the video of our current phase, which is "We Will See You Soon."
We've been waiting, dreaming, looking forward to when we meet again. We've also been preparing, getting ready, knowing the time to see each other comes closer with every rising sun. We promise to welcome you with open doors, to make your journey extraordinary, and your well-being our priority. We said we needed a moment, and it will only be a moment more. Dubai, Darna, home. We will see you soon.
So that was basically our main video for "We Will See You Soon." And we have more videos that are coming up on our social media channels, where basically, we are showcasing that beaches have reopened, the golf courses have opened, malls have opened, and the outdoors have reopened as well. So we're informing everyone that we have reopened, but obviously we know that a lot of the countries are still either under lockdown or are still slowly opening up their borders and allowing their citizens to travel to specific countries. So we understand that, especially in the Nordic market, there is still a travel advice against traveling abroad, but this is just to showcase that we are ready when you are. So in terms of Expo, the global mega event has been postponed. So this to October 2021 until March 2022, and this would basically allow all participants to safely navigate the impact of COVID-19, and allows the World Expo to focus on a collective desire for new thinkings and identifying solutions. Expo would have more information on their website, so I would encourage you to visit their website to see more updates on Expo 2020. So looking ahead, just to summarize, basically travelers will be welcome to Dubai, and we just want to emphasize that we are ensuring high safety and security of the environment to ensure that the visitors and the residents are safe as well. We're also working on, and we also want to emphasize on the world-class cleaning and disinfection processes that is happening across the city, attractions and hotels and the city as a whole. And also want to emphasize on the point that Dubai, we would like for Dubai to continue to be one of the most visited cities across the globe, where it is more or less 6 hours away from most of the European and Nordic countries. Before I end my presentation, I just wanted to put this message out that we want to assure you of our solidarity now more than ever, that you do not stand alone. We are all going through these difficult times, and we want to assure you of our commitment to support the sustainability of the travel ecosystem, and we're always here to support. You can reach out to us anytime in order for us to ensure the continuity of the travel industry. So these are some of the training courses and e-tools that is available to you to familiarize yourself with the destination, but also you have the link to the Trade Communication Toolkit, which will be updated on a regular basis on what is happening in Dubai. And there's also an FAQ there to support you with information on the destination. We also have Dubai calendar link where you can view our live events that are happening on a weekly basis virtually. And there's a Dubai Expert as well, which is our online training program, and that would enable you to graduate as a Dubai Expert and would help you support to push the destination according to your specific target segment, either couples or families. These are some of the places that you can visit virtually in Dubai. So basically we have the museums, the art galleries. You can also take online fitness or cooking classes, and also you can view our theme parks online. These are some of our social channels that would enable you to basically be updated with our messaging of the destination, and it would enable you to view our campaigns. And that's it from my end. I would encourage you to ask us any questions or reach out to me directly for any questions you need. And now I will hand over to Elisabete from Arabian Adventures.
Okay, just before we leaving off to Elisabete to talk about how DMC works, just checking in, Jameela, it's a question about how is it with visa upon arrival for the Nordics?
So the visa on arrival from the Nordics is most likely going to remain unchanged. So it would follow the policies of before COVID-19. So it will be still applicable and acceptable. However, we are still waiting for the official communication on this, but most likely it should be valid.
Okay, thank you. And there was another question as well, talking about what would you say is the most important thing for tourists to think about when they are arriving into Dubai, when we from Scandinavia or from the Nordic can arrive? What do you think is the most important at this stage, put in this way?
Yes.
Of course, that can change.
So I think the main thing that we need to keep an eye on is basically the travel requirement for both countries. So what are the travel requirements that they would need in order for them to travel to Dubai, and what Dubai needs as well in terms of travel insurances and whatnot. But once they arrive to the destination, there isn't much worry really. It will be similar to the way they would travel around before. It's just wearing masks in the public and maintaining physical distancing within the destination. So it's mainly about the travel requirements that they need to do before arriving to the destination.
And then there was another short question here, quarantine, because everybody talks about quarantine. Is there any rules in place for that? If I was supposed, not being in Dubai, but if I came from Finland and I arrived on the 7th of July or 8th of July and coming in?
So basically, if they have a PCR test showing that they've been tested negative, then there wouldn't be any quarantine measures put in place. So they can arrive at the destination, go to their hotels, and leave and explore Dubai immediately. So no quarantine unless, for example, they were tested positive upon arrival, or they were showcasing symptoms of COVID-19, and if anything goes wrong in terms of the temperature check and they were tested positive, then yes, they would need to quarantine for 14 days in Dubai. Okay.
And then I think that was it at the moment, but then we leave it over to Elisabete. If there's any more questions to Jameela, just let us know and I'll turn off and I'll leave it all to you.
Well, thank you so much for joining in. So I will start by introducing you Arabian Adventures for the people that might not be familiar with our organization. So we are the destination management company, part of the Emirates Group. So the same as Emirates Airlines, the NATO ground handling, we have as well Arabian Adventures. Arabian Adventures as a company, we have the MICE division as well as we have leisure and cruises division. So under one brand, we cover all segments. Because of our relationships, we keep in touch with the local authorities to always have access to the most relevant information, so we can guide our clients in making the right choices. In terms of our team, this is the team for MICE, but we are over 200 employees, inclusive of guides, transportation team. So we are here to help you throughout your travel. So as soon as you land, we will take over and guide you within UAE. In terms of our services, we can do A to Z, do the hotel sourcing and the venue sourcing for your group or for your family vacation. As well, help you choosing the right tours according to your participants' profile. And in terms of events, nowadays we'll have to look into hybrid events as well. It's a trend that some of companies, if they have to do an event, they will be looking at doing the live event as well, giving an opportunity for the participants maybe to join in. So we have everything in-house, so we can definitely be the partner that you need in this occasion. In terms of the destination, we work mainly in UAE and the neighbor country Oman, with main focus in Dubai, Abu Dhabi and Ras Al Khaimah, that are the three Emirates more developed for tourism, and that are destinations that complement each other very well. In terms of the health and safety, which is the topic that brings us together today, obviously, as Jameela said, we here in UAE, we have really to praise all the efforts that were done, because in March we have implemented a lot of strict measures, but because of those have been so effective, we are now opening to tourists on 7th of July. So World Organization of Health have actually praised our efforts, and we have been in the top ranking for the safest country during pandemic. So this is very good news. Obviously, still having the responsibility to continue on track. And because of that, now we will be opening. So in terms of current restrictions, there is in hotels, restaurants, and cafes, but are more on the social distancing and the wearing of masks indoors and outdoors. But obviously, when we are having a meal, we don't have to wear it. So there is a lot of certifications coming into hotels, restaurants, and businesses to guarantee the tourists that the business is practicing health and safety measures. And in terms of Arabian Adventures, we have actually received the certification and the Safe Travel stamp from the World Tourism Council. So we have done the proper training, and we have now been classified as Safe Travels stamp business, which make us very pleased, because obviously, you know, during this time, normally in tourism business, you never have really time to stop. And what COVID-19 brought us was time to reassess and make sure that all our staff was duly trained to start receiving guests. So as soon as you arrive in the airport, you're going to be greeted by our staff wearing masks and gloves. Transport is also sanitized daily, and after each tour, all the transportation is sanitized. We also give hygiene briefings to everyone that is coming to attend our tours, and same for our desert safaris. So we have now slowly opening a few activities. So we have desert safaris for in private or for small families, and we are actually opening our main camp with tables maximum of 5 from the same family and 2 meters distance between tables. So slowly we are going back to a sense of normality, with a few measures to make sure that everybody's safe. So we used a lot this time, not only to train and to implement all these measures and certifications, but as well to develop new products and new experiences for our guests that we are very excited to start releasing to the market in the upcoming month. So hopefully we can work together and see what amazing and unforgettable experiences we can provide to our guests. So we hope to see you soon as well. So we have some videos that on the presentation we can share with you, where you see all the progresses that have been made throughout. So thank you very much. And if there is any questions, feel free to reach out or to put it on the chat room, or to reach out as well to Christine and myself.
Thank you, Elisabete. I was just thinking, there was a question saying, like, what should we as a travel agents actually, think about when we are booking, trips to Dubai? If we start, when travel advice easing up and we starting booking. So what is something we need to think about? Is there anything special as USDMC would advise, travel agents to think about?
For sure. I think before, many tour operators felt confident in booking direct because they were familiar with the destinations and all of that. I think now, because this is a situation that is evolving, it's very important to find the right partner that has the information up to date and that can guide you to booking an experience that will make your guests happy, but as well safe. So obviously we have that local knowledge. We know which hotel has maybe certification or things that are important for your clients. So we'll be able to guide you. I think nowadays, there is a lot of companies in the market, and it's very important that, you choose the right partner so you have the right information to relate to your clients as well.
Thank you. And then there was something saying, what kind of excursion actually currently operating at the moment?
So at the moment we have what we call the private sunset dinner that is for up to 5 people, where you're going to be on a camp just for you. So no other guests, in the middle of the desert, and you can enjoy the dinner and a safari looking at the wildlife that lives within the conservation reserve. And we also have that same tour available in the morning. And now we're going to open as well our main camp for desert safaris. And we have as well the dune buggies with capacity up to 2 people. So that is what we currently have available, and soon we'll be opening as well the city tours, but more on smaller numbers, maybe for families, group of friends that know each other. So at the moment we are looking more at customized tours rather than tours with more capacity, just because people are also looking for those kind of experiences more than the group ones.
So the city sign buses is not currently operating?
No, not yet.
I just took it. Okay, thank you very much, Elisabete. And then I think I'll be handing over to Elina, and I think Elina's going to do the whole thing in Finnish. Are you there? So I leave the camera and the microphone to you, and you do your Finnish thing, and then so everybody can join you.
Okay, now hopefully you can hear me. Joo, mä ajattelin, että mä pidän tämän esityksen nyt suomeksi, koska me nyt ollaan täällä meillä, eikä mä en usko, että tässä nyt muita paljon on osallistujia. Ensinnäkin, first of all, thank you for inviting me to this webinar. Ja toivon mukaan tästä tulee jotain, että saatte jotain hyödyllistä uutta tietoa, mitä Flydubai tästä eteenpäin tekee. Eli minkälainen on elämä tämän COVID-19 pahimman vaiheen jälkeen. Eli ensinnäkin totta kai niin kuin kaikilla lentoyhtiöillä, niin tämä turvallisuus ja asiakkaiden hyvinvointi on tietenkin tärkeintä. Eli itse lentokone desinfioidaan säännöllisesti, eli heti kun kone tulee määränpäähän, se desinfioidaan. Ja tämä desinfiointi tapahtuu COVID-19 nimenomaan siihen tarkoitetuilla tuotteilla. Ja sitten itse koneessa käytetään tämmöistä HEPA-ilmansuodatusta, joka on myös Airbusissa ja Boeingissa molemmissa. Eli se on vähän samanlainen kuin on kotona pölynimureissa, eli suodattaa kaikki liialliset pölyt ja pöpöt. Ja 99,9% näistä kaikista partikkeleista, jotka siellä koneessa on, niin ne tulee suodatettua. WC-tilat, ne pestään joka 20 minuutti ja desinfioidaan. Ja sitten ennen kuin lähtee koneeseen, niin täytyisi ottaa huomioon, että ensinnäkin on maski mukana, koska Flydubai vaatii, että on jonkinlainen maski. Se voi olla tämmöinen kirurginen maski, mutta siellä hyväksytään myös kangasmaskeja. Ja kentälle kannattaa tulla, Helsinki-Vantaan lentoasemalle kannattaa tulla ajoissa, koska siellä pidetään näitä turvavälejä ja kaikkialla kestää vähän kauemmin. Ja siellä on aika paljon rajoitetusti auki mitään palveluita, että sekin täytyy ottaa huomioon, koska Flydubaihan lähtee silloin myöhään illalla. Ja sitten kun tullaan sinne Dubain päähän, niin täytyy olla tämmöinen health declaration valmiina täytettynä. Ja näitä kaavakkeita tullaan todennäköisimmin jakamaan siellä lentokoneessa, mutta se on vähän vielä auki, eli se täytyy vielä sitten, mä varmistan sen, kun on varmaa tietoa, että näin tehdään. Ja sitten Helsinki-Vantaan lentoasemalla, niin sekä Helsinki-Vantaan lentoasemalla että Dubain päässä, niin pitäisi pitää tämä 2 metrin turvaväli ja myös bussikuljetuksessa otetaan vähemmän henkilöitä per bussi niin, että sielläkin toteutuu nämä turvavälit. Ja koneessa, niin siellä pitäisi koko lennon ajan pitää tämmöistä maskia päällä. Ainoastaan kun syö ja juo, niin silloin maskin voi ottaa pois. Ja sen täytyy peittää sekä nenä että suu. Ja sitten mutta se täytyy pitää ihan siitä lähtien oikeastaan, kun lähtee kotoa ja on kentällä ja sitten koneessa ja sitten myös määränpäässä, niin silloin on tämmöinen niin sanottu maskipakko. Pikkulapsien ei tarvitse pitää näitä maskeja. Myös nukkuessa maski pitäisi pitää päällä. Ja nyt varsinkin ollaan erittäin tarkkoja siitä, että kun koneeseen tullaan, niin siellä on vain yksi käsimatkatavara per henkilö, ja se saa olla se maksimi 7 kiloa. Turhaa liikkumista käytävillä tai WC-tiloissa ei saisi olla, että mahdollisimman paljon pitäisi yrittää pysyä siinä omalla paikallaan. Tietenkin tämä on 6,5 tuntia tämä lento, niin kyllähän siinä nyt vähän voi jalotella, mutta ei saa siitä omasta paikastaan lähteä pitkälle. Ja sitten jos on asiaa, niin täytyy sitten vaan soittaa lentohenkilökuntaa auttamaan. Ja muutenkin he tekevät kaikkensa niin, että matkustaminen on mukavaa. Mutta siellä koneessa myös tarjoilu on rajoitettua, että esimerkiksi siellä ei ole mitään duty free kärryä, mistä voi ostaa. Ja limitoitu myös se, mitä siellä saa ostaa lennon aikana näitä muita tuotteita. Ja esimerkiksi sinne henkilökunnan sinne keittiötiloihin, sinne esimerkiksi ei saa ollenkaan sitten mennä käymään. Ja sitten tästä, koska Flydubai alkaa lentää, Eli pikkuhiljaa Flydubaikin lähtee liikkeelle ja heinäkuun 7. päivä siitä eteenpäin avaavat sitten näitä heille tai näitä reittejä, missä on eniten kysyntää. Ja Suomi, Helsinki on tällä hetkellä suunniteltu, että se alkaa 1. syyskuuta. Ja se riippuu ihan nyt ensinnäkin näistä valtioiden rajanylitysrajoituksista. Eli Suomessahan ei edelleenkään suositella matkustusta muualle kuin näihin maihin, mitkä nyt viime viikolla ilmoitettiin, mutta tähänhän voi tulla sitten myöhemmin muutos. Ja sitten toiseksi Flydubain, että Suomessahan esimerkiksi kansallinen lentoyhtiö päättää, koska aloitetaan lentäminen ja minne, mutta UAE-päässä Arabiemiraateissa siellä on valtio, joka päättää, joka antaa luvan, koska saa alkaa uudelleen lentämään. Ja tällä hetkellä, koska Suomessa on nämä rajoitukset vielä voimassa, ei ole matkustuskieltoa, mutta on kuitenkin matkustus tai suositus, ettei matkusteta, niin sen takia Suomeen ei ole Dubain valtio vielä antanut lupaa, että aletaan lentää, ja se on mitä luultavimmin toi 1. syyskuuta, koska sittenhän se korkea sesonkikin vasta alkaa. Ja sitten tähän mä oon laittanut kesäaikataulun ja myös sitten ensi talviaikataulun, eli ensi talvena lennetään ihan normaalisti joka päivä, niin kuin tähänkin asti, ja se lähtee sieltä silloin 5 aikaa ja siinä on 10 aikaan täällä talviaikaa. Ja sitten se lähtee 11 aikaa ja sitten on 7.20. Tätä on vähän aikaistettu, mikä on ihan hyvä, koska nyt tällä hetkellähän talviaikaan, niin kesäaikaan se on lähtenyt silloin 12 aikoihin, niin kuin tässä on sitten syyskuun 1. eteenpäin, ja sitten talviaikataulu on toi 11 aikaa lähtö Helsingistä, niin se on ihan inhimillinen. Ja siinä säästyy sitten, niin kuin ennenkin, siinä säästyy se yksi hotelliyö, ettei tarvitse maksaa, kun tulee keskellä yötä sinne, niin ei tarvitse sitten, tai kun me ei tulla, Flydubai ei tule sinne keskellä yötä, niin ei tarvitse maksaa sitä seuraavaa vuorokautta, vaan siellä on sitten 7.20 kentällä, ja sitten kun menee hotelliin, niin kello on se 8-9, ja sitten sen jälkeen voikin pyytää, että jos koneen aikaisemmin, niin kuin he yleensä antavat ilman lisäkustannuksia, niin sitten saa sen huoneen itselleen ajoissa. Ja sitten vielä tässä näin hieman näitä hintasääntöjä poikkeustilanteessa. Eli jos GDS:n kautta eli matkatoimistosta myydään Flydubai lentoja, niin, ja se halutaan peruuttaa tai muuttaa sitä lentoa, niin jos kone on peruttu, niin silloin sen saa tehdä muutoksen ilman mitään lisäkustannuksia. Mutta sitten jos lento halutaan peruuttaa ja se lento lentää, niin silloin siinä on ihan hintasääntöjen mukaan tämmöinen peruutusmaksu. Eli nämä ei ole paljon muuttunut nämä säännöt, että tietenkin joustoa on, niin kuin kaikilla muillakin lentoyhtiöillä, ja nämä on kaikki ennen 15. heinäkuuta varattuihin lentoihin, mutta jos sen jälkeen, niin sitten ihan normaalit hintasäännöt on voimassa. Ja sitten jos tulee kysymyksiä nimenomaan GDS:n kautta, niin fzgds@flydubai.com on se oikea osoite, mistä saa parhaiten vastaukset näihin kaikkiin kysymyksiin. Okay, that's for me.
I understood every word you were saying.
Yes, sure. Your Finnish is getting better.
Yes, it is. I was just thinking, do you know now how the procedures will be in Helsinki airport? They were asking how things will be, when people checking in Helsinki airport, going if they want to fly to Dubai.
Yes. So at the check-in counter, you have the safety zones. So it's 2 meters. And from when you leave home, at the airport, on board, and in Dubai, at Dubai airport, you have to wear masks. So it is a mandatory thing. It doesn't have to be a surgical mask. It can be a out of a material, like normal material.
Yeah.
And but anyway, you have to wear a mask on board all the time. When you're eating or drinking, of course, you can remove it, but otherwise you have to have it. And at Helsinki Airport, they are cleaning up all the time, and they have similar measurements what they have in other destinations.
And you will be serving food and drinks on board as well?
Well, the trolley is not available, so it's only like you can buy if you don't have a meal on your ticket, like included in your ticket, then you have to buy it in advance. But like GDS, like travel agents in Finland, they only have fares in GDSs including meal, so then it's okay.
Okay. I think that we got everything updated there. Thank you very much, Elina, as well, for doing that with Flydubai. I think we managed to get all the questions answered, but I know also that Jameela will have more update on the Dubai toolkit. There will be updates coming accordingly as new things coming, and that's been also posted on to everyone. So during offers, it's posted up, and there's a link to the Dubai toolkit, so you can click on that or save that link up on your saved links, and then revisit that one every week, maybe more or less, because I think there will be updates coming across all the way to the 7th of July and further on. And I think also we're going to invite everybody back again when we're getting closer to when people are traveling from the Nordic as well, and so we can update you everybody. And this link will be of course posted, so everybody who's signed up will have a replay. And then also we will post this on our Facebook and LinkedIn page, so any Finnish travel agents who didn't manage to come with us today, they will be able to get this link as well. So and then we wish everybody good summer. And thank you everybody for listening in, and thank you Jameela and Elisabete and Elina for taking time to also be here with us on this talk to update on Dubai.
Well, thank you, Christine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep safe.
Absolutely, keep safe everybody.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.